This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Okay, we just got to talk about this for a minute. I mean, this has been going on. I've been trying to step away from the internet for a few hours because there's so much news about everything, talking about, you know, the election and everything that's going on. I didn't want to process any of that for a minute. I needed a break. But now I come back and I see DJ Akademiks and Freddie Gibbs. So Freddie Gibbs the other day called Jeezy's music irrelevant. Akademiks responded with, "You're irrelevant." And then Freddie Gibbs told Akademiks, I don't think he said he's irrelevant, but then he started going in on him. I don't know the complete order. All I know is that these two were blasting each other online, okay? So Freddie Gibbs, I don't know where it started, okay? I don't know where it started. Let me see. Yeah, on his Twitter, he started going at Akademiks, calling him like, he's built like a, what do you say? He called him built like a Roblox or something. He started right here. "I'll give a girl $5,000 if they admit to being in the bed with Akademiks." Akademiks wrote, "Bring your statements of how much you made as a rapper, and I'll bring up my tax statements of what I made as a blogger, and let's compare. You can't compare to Jeezy. He been lit. He been lit for mad years. You a little dude, and I doubt you compare to me. Drop your stuff. I'm down." So then Freddie Gibbs goes, "Boy, shut up. You pay for sex." Then Akademiks, then he says, "My son's room is bigger than your house. Stop it." Well, Akademiks did buy a huge house recently, and he showed it off. And he's worked hard for it. And Freddie Gibbs has worked hard for what he has, okay? So I'm not taking any sides here. I just think that then Akademiks went on this rant on his Twitch that was hilarious. You know, Akademiks is famous for hitting the bottle and going on Twitch and going off. And it's hilarious every time, okay? No shade to Akademiks. I enjoy it. We all enjoy it. It's entertainment. It's content. And he makes some good points. But you're talking to a guy that's probably more about that in real life business than you are. That's why you should probably fall back from that. Because if you guys run into each other, which is very highly unlikely, but it's possible, it's not good to have that energy. Because you're going to have to scale that energy back at one point. Okay? But anyways, let's continue. Again, then he says, "I've been working hard to embarrass," this way Akademiks say, "I've been working hard to embarrass one of y'all rappers like this for years, Freddie Gibbs. The ball is in your court. Statements, tax returns for the last 3 years. You can't beat a blogger. Keep young Jeezy's name out of your mouth. You may be salty, but you can't compete." He even admits that Jeezy probably doesn't like him. You know, Akademiks does. Then he says, then Freddie Gibbs says, "Again, shut up. I'm not Vic Mensa. You can't speak to me like that." Then he says, "I want proof you didn't sleep with Tekashi." He said, "Words from a man that goes down on Tekashi." Because Akademiks said, "Exactly, Freddie. Shut up. Play the tough guy. I'm not tough. You may get some points for doing that, but you're not messing with anybody, not even messing with me. Shut up. My audience as a blogger is greater than you as a rapper. Shut up. And I enjoy your little Alfredo album. You can't compete with me." Alfredo is the album that he just dropped with Alchemist. Then he says, "I'm gonna squeeze your nipples on camera." Akademiks says, "Matter of fact, I'm gonna ignore Freddie Gibbs because he clearly a troll who ain't about anything. When you ready, come to Everyday Struggle with your proof. I'll embarrass you with mine." First of all, I don't think Everyday Struggle would entertain that because it's a big company owned by Verizon. Complexes. They're not gonna entertain something like this. They're gonna play more just the media role. He would have to do this on his Twitch, which we would all tune into. This is never going to turn into anything real. That's why it's funny, you know. And Then he says, no cap. I'll wait for the email saying you want to pull up with your facts to prove me wrong. Then I think that's basically it. Then, he's retweeting stuff of Akademiks' past that wasn't too flattering. I'm not going to say that stuff because it's bad. Then then Akademiks went on this tirade on Twitch. You're a little guy to me. I have a bigger house than you. I have more cars than you. It became a money thing. It became Freddie Gibbs isn't as successful as a rapper as Akademiks is a blogger. Hey, Akademiks worked hard for what he has, and he deserves all the money he has. And I can understand that's his defense with this because that's what he has. He doesn't know enough about Freddie Gibbs to completely go in on him, and Freddie Gibbs doesn't know enough about him to go on him. It's just they're going for surface value. It is what it is. Freddie Gibbs is doing fine. Akademiks is doing fine. It's just funny. But Freddie Gibbs knew this was coming because he went back in on Jeezy, and somebody was going to say something, and he was going to pick a fight with somebody because he's trolling. He's trolling. And it's fine because he just dropped his album, needs to get the numbers up. I get it. It's not all about that, but it's that. And he just signed to Warner Records exclusively, and he has to make that work. Can't stop the king try. So he's on Warner. I don't know why he would have signed to Warner Brothers after a smoldering 2019 with RCA Records. So they moved him over to Warner Records. That's what really happened. He didn't get off the label and move over there. They moved him over to Warner Records because they feel like he'll do better there. Good for him. Good for him. And he has a nice house too. I'm looking at his house now. Nice. I don't know if it's rented or whatever, but it's nice. Probably owns it. He makes a lot of money. Alrighty, so these guys are going at it. Akademiks, if you go to his Twitch, you'll see him talk real greasy. And that's not something you can wake up in the morning and be like, I was tripping, da-da-da-da-da. I mean, you can, but that energy's real. That energy's real. And I hope Freddie Gibbs knows better than to actually put hands on Akademiks. That wouldn't be smart. He's a blogger. You're not going to get any points for that. You just ignore things like that. I'm technically a blogger too, so it is what it is. But you don't, there's just rules, And Meek Mill might do a song with Freddie Gibbs now. That might be a thing. Anyways, guys. Oh yeah. I can't believe this. Ben Baller. He goes on and says, "Oh, Freddie is tearing Akademiks apart right now." So then Akademiks tries to expose Ben Baller for not delivering jewelry to everybody on time and, getting over on people. We'll see where that goes. Ben Baller's pretty good at defending himself on the internet, so we'll see, and then, Freddie gets put up a bunch of pictures of Akademiks and Tekashi and clowned them. It's on the screen. You'll see. Anyways, guys, getting into life at this point, before you could be successful, you kind of got to get your mind right before you can accept any kind of success. I usually don't talk about this part, but, there's a point like when things are going left for you, but not going right. You can point the finger at a bunch of people. Well, this didn't happen because such and such and such and such did this. I'm going to tell you something. There was a point in my life where I went through this with WorldStar. Me and the owner had a problem when we built that together. No matter what anybody says, that was a team effort. And I got the short end of the stick over there around 2012. I didn't get what I deserved. I walked away. And I pointed fingers at people all the time. It wasn't just that situation. My music video career certain people I looked out for didn't look out for me back. Let's just put it that way. And then in my mind, I used to blame other people. Like, wow, they did me dirty. I really looked out for them. I helped them get to become millionaires. And they didn't have the decency to help me keep my thing alive when I needed it. When they needed it, I was there. I believed in them. But when I needed them later, that was how I always thought in my mind. I'm going to help these guys, and when I get them to where they need to be, they're the famous ones, like with their face and everything, they're going to help me because that's how life works. But not everybody's like you and how you view things. These people got to the money, moved on from me because they felt like that was part of success, to move on from people. So I was bitter for a year or two. I'm not going to lie to you. I was doing commercials, kind of bitter. And then one day it just came to me and I said, you know what? I can't blame anyone but myself. I didn't protect myself with contracts. The World Star thing happened overnight. I mean, I got that thing going quickly in 2007 and 8. I got a lot of attention to it because I brought all the people I worked with over there exclusively. Like, videos, exclusive content. That wasn't a thing then, I brought that there. It already had a special vibe of posting the right things. It just needed exclusive content to separate it from everything else. And that's what I did. And it got big. And we did, in the contract stage, just got pushed off and pushed off and pushed off. And it was my fault. It was my fault because I didn't protect myself. I was a lot younger, just moving, making things happen. With the rappers, I didn't protect myself. I didn't treat it as business. I treated it as friends in business. If I had just done straight up business, I wouldn't have been so mad. And I let that happen to me. I didn't keep it moving, and I looked out for people a little bit too much instead of, you always got to take care of yourself first. So I allowed a lot of things to happen to me because I didn't protect myself. And when I could blame myself, it was very freeing. I was able to move forward with a clear mind, with no anger. Clear-minded. And that was everything, honestly. It's easy to blame other people, and it's hard to blame yourself. But once you can do that, and you could find out where your mistakes were, and become more selfish, you're on the path to winning. Then you can implement consistency, working hard, never giving up, getting up when you fail. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because that's an important part of the process that I went through. I had many years of success before I hit a brick wall. And I hit a brick wall hard. Real hard. I didn't know what to do. I was just kind of swimming, when you're just floating in the water. That's what I was doing. I wasn't moving forward. I was slowly sinking, actually. But I was able to come out of that. Luckily. Thank God. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys stay strong. Get up. Get your mind right. And get to work. Do a little bit each day. I just want to say I appreciate you for watching me and listening to me. I truly do. And I hope you have an amazing day today. Say this with love. And also I say, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.